I think people like my collection from Debenhams because I offer Debenhams a piece of Julien MacDonald glamour. Over the years, I've dressed probably the most wealthiest and most richest celebrities in the world. And what I do, I tend to kind of take inspiration from my own catwalk collections, and I translate that style into the clothes that I design and make for Debenhams. Obviously, I have my signature things that I always do. For instance, my collections are always full of great prints. One of my favorite prints is an animal print, so every season I'll try to kind of develop a new print in a different style, and lots of colour and just lots of great fashionable clothes that obviously people love to buy. You can never say never. I would never not do anything. If I like doing a particular thing, then I'll always love to do it. It's never say never. Sometimes you might not like doing something, then the next year you might really totally enjoy doing it. So I like to do a varied selection of things. I'm constantly trying to do things to kind of look for inspiration as a fashion designer. I get inspired by the people around me and the places that I go, whether it be a great museum or whether it be a great location. I'm always looking for places or people or works of art to inspire me. I think variety is the spice of life. I like doing different things. Nobody wants to be boring. I think, when you keep yourself busy, you keep yourself alive and active. And I think I need that stimulus to inspire my collections. For Debenhams, I do so many things there. It changes constantly. Inspiration for me comes from traveling. I love traveling. I particularly love going to great cities. I think designers' eyes change constantly because fashion is like the wind, it changes every second. And I think the great thing is about fashion, it does change and it can become dated very quickly. Yeah. So you always need to keep one step ahead of the game. And that is what's great and exciting about fashion, is it changes every season from summer to winter, and there's new inspiration as the fashion trends stay and fashion trends come and then they go. I think there's a big difference between a good designer and a bad designer. Yeah. The good designers tend to be the ones that stay in fashion, for a long time. I've been in fashion for almost 20 years. I started my career with Chanel, then I was the creative director of Givenchy. So, I would like to say that I'm a talented fashion designer, but, I like to kind of keep my head stable, and I think you must always maintain to be a normal person, to enjoy life. And I think, if you're good at your job, it doesn't matter what you do, it's about a longevity. And people say to me, Julien, what is your biggest success of your career? And I tend to think that my biggest success is the fact that I'm still doing it and it's still successful, and it keeps on growing and growing and growing. The interesting thing about fashion is you never know what is the next big thing, because my life changes week to week, and it all depends what kind of projects that I'm working on. Obviously I'd love to kind of develop some menswear ranges as well. I've never designed men's clothes. I've only dressed 3 people. I've dressed David Beckham, Marilyn Manson and Mick Jagger. Yeah. So I've dressed 3 very famous guys, but
very different tastes.
Very different tastes. So I'd love to develop a menswear collection with Debenhams. Obviously I like sports, I'm an active person. I'd like to design a sportswear collection as well. So there's lots of things that I could do, or even open my own Julien MacDonald store, or even start by Julien MacDonald store. You never know what could happen next.